Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Bug Fables playthrough. In the last episode, I faffed around with cooking for a good 10, 12 minutes, and then, well, I went back to Stream Mountain, and this time I've gone inside. I want to start by showing that I have switched my medals around again, so I've now got a second power exchange on V. I put a TP core on. Kabu now has a Miracle Matter. But the interesting ones is Mightier Pebble's gone off. I've put Empower on. Of course, Crazy Prepared is off. And Pipfinder is off. So, let's go in, shall we? Oh, I got Zasp. Perfect. He's actually the best one I could have had for that because he can hit an enemy at the back, which is what I needed. So yes, if it's not obvious, I knew that there was a boss down here. This is another one of the bounty bosses. This is our third of the 5 bounty bosses. This is the Tidal Wyrm. This one isn't too difficult once you come back after Chapter 5, but if you come here before Chapter 5, it's going to be a bit rough. So first of all, let's swap positions. I want Kabu at the back. And Kabu is also going to spy for us because he cannot hit the enemy at the back. So this is the Tidal Wyrm, as I mentioned. We're fortunate the tide is low. Otherwise, we couldn't reach this beast. Its tail is worth weakening, but I'll need V and Leaf to assist me. So yes, you can either hit the Tidal Wyrm itself, or you can hit its tail. To start off with, we're going to want to hit its tail. Right, so here's a hopes that there we go. It's fallen down. When it is down like this, it cannot attack for 2 turns, or a whole turn, I'm pretty sure. Use this opportunity to get damage in. Turn away. You'll notice it also shot a water bubble up in the air. Don't worry too much about this, it doesn't hit too bad, and it's relatively easy to block. When it's down, get as much damage on it as you can. You can see it's already lost nearly half of its health. The longer this fight takes, the higher your chances of losing. It will get back up on this turn, so I'm actually going to... We're going to get as much damage as we can. But I am going to put a bubble shield light on V, just because I don't want V to die. And then Kabu can taunt, because it gets back up this turn. But I'm pretty sure that this thing is going to hit all 3 of us anyway. Yeah, it just hits all 3 of us anyways. Okay, so my next plan, I've got so many items, I need to use them. I'm going to use this on Kabu. And then Leaf is going to use another one. No, items. He's going to use that on himself. So now I'm getting 6 TP each turn. I believe the tail has 10 health, by the way. Look at that. Or is it just... Okay, maybe I misread the item, but it's fine. Because I make all that... I can make those easily. And they sell them in the desert. Oh, he's fallen down again. Brilliant. In fact, I'm pretty sure he just died. So I want to explain why I went for fast damage. If this fight takes too long, he's just going to keep shooting more and more and more bubbles up. He will eventually shoot 2 at a time up, the longer the fight goes on for. And the other issue is, I've seen so many people do this boss, go in blind, run out of items, they struggle for the rest of the battle. As for my level up, it's finally time to upgrade my TP. 21 is not cutting it anymore, I'm burning through TP so quickly. You got the coal crystal. There we go. That wasn't so bad at all. I did use some items, but to be honest, I kind of wanted to use them up. And, well, a lot of these items will probably be used in Chapter 6 anyways, because I don't plan on using any of the store. The crunchy leaf will most likely be eaten almost immediately after starting that chapter. But let's swap my medals back, shall we? So that I'm not in a boss rush. I never used Empower, by the way. I was going to use that to boost V even further, but I just never needed it. I also didn't need Miracle Matter, but you never know. It's better to be safe than sorry, and I had spare medal points to use, so put Pip Finder back on, and then it was Crazy Prepared and Mightier Pebble. Okay, we're back to where we were, and I got all my TP back. You just say the same thing, but thank you anyways, Venus. So I'm not going to leave yet, and I'm not going to cut anything out. If I was going to leave, I would have used the ant compass, but there's actually something else for us to do in here, and the reason why I didn't go and do this yet is, well, I basically wanted to do 2 things at once. I knew I wasn't going to do very well if I did it now. So, where's V? There they are. Oh, that's a new enemy. Oops. So this is another Chapter 6 enemy. Well, that didn't work. Jen and Eri might help, actually, but Kabu will do the spying again. Got a diving spider, I forgot the name of it, to be honest. I've never seen anything quite like this. A bug that can breathe underwater. My horn can't pierce its water shield. We'll have to await our chance. So yeah, Kabu basically gave it away. These enemies will periodically spawn a bubble shield. Like that. We cannot do anything to it, so we're gonna have to do nothing, unfortunately, because we can't damage it and there's no point wasting time. I mean, it's only fair that they can do that ability when we can do it, right? 8 damage, jeez. V is an absolute powerhouse now. And after all that, they're worth 1 exploration point, and that's a Chapter 6 enemy. Keep that in mind. And if you haven't noticed already, I'm not going to be using the Stream Mountain equivalent of the desert thumbnail. Whenever it's a side questing episode, I just use the regular leaf. Oh, I should have turned relayed. I forgot. Leaf doesn't do any damage to these. Well, let's hope it decides to pick up a rock. Cool. That spicy berry, by the way, that increased V's attack, you only get 1 of those in the whole game, so keep that in mind. I've got poison. And these will be worth, yeah, 7. See how much the experience falls off. In fact, I'm getting quite close to the max level, I think. I think 25 or 30 is the max level, and I'm 23 now, in terms of level. Am I ranked 23? 22. Excuse me, sir. What? Why can it follow us up here? I didn't think it could go up the bouncy mushroom. Okay, well, we want that diving spider out the way. Pretty sure you can't do anything, but we'll try anyways. I think it's safe to say that this will be the last episode of Chapter 5 side questing. In fact, this might even be a 30-minute video, because I'd rather just completely knock out Stream Mountain in 1 episode so I don't have to go back in here. Whoa, that was close. Oh, we'll just leave the scorpion alone. Except I got Celia. Yeah, ironically, Levi would have probably been the worst one to get in the Tidal Wyrm fight, but I don't know if the tail has defense or not, because you can't spy it. But yeah, the biggest mistake I see people make on the Tidal Wyrm is they just don't bother going after the tail at all. And because of it, they just get stuck in a battle and run out of TP. I just remembered on that boss, I was just like, I had in my notes that this boss is easy, but make sure you have enough TP restoring items. Okay, I'll tell you what though, this bit here is really, really rough. That's horrible. I completely messed that up. It's really hard to do this, by the way. I'm hoping it won't take me too long. You need to get this lower one as high as you can. I think that's not high enough. Okay, well that's the first part of it. Unfortunately, I've now got to do something called waiting, because I need this to thaw out, and then I need to get this as high as it can. And do you want to know the upsetting thing? The medal up there, which is what we're trying to get, you can get this. It's a lot easier in Chapter 6, though. Nice, I got it. You got the Antlion Jaws medal. Boosts an ally's basic attack, making them ignore 1 point of enemy defense. This medal sounds great, doesn't it? It's a bit too pricey though, if memory serves. I think that was the problem I had, because I remember using this one the first time I played the game, because Kabu was my main damage dealer. Yeah, it's 5 medal points, so unfortunately it's just not worth it. Anyways, let's go get this. You found a crimson ore. This rare ore can fortify any creation but requires immense strength to handle. And we can go hit this. And we can finally get this little berry jam here that has been bothering me for so long. Oh wait, don't save. Well, there's only one more thing left to do. I'm ignoring all these enemies, by the way. It's not worth me doing these fights anymore. They give me 1 exploration point, and I'm not worried about whether or not I'm going to reach the max level before I beat the game. I will, most definitely. But all that's left to do at the moment is to hand in this ore. And it goes in here. Ms. Bottomu, we've seen your listing. Is that so, noble explorers? You found the crimson ore? That we have. Yes, this is it. You've truly found it. No problem. Pardon me, but I'll get to work immediately. I've been itching to finish this medal. Excellent. A masterpiece. Would you take it as your reward? You got a first plating medal. The first hit dealt to the equipped bug does no damage in battle. This right here is one of the best medals in the whole game, and people do not know how to use it properly. Whoa, for real? Ho ho ho, sorry, I thought I'd made it light enough for you brave folk. We'll manage. Thank you, Miss Bottomu. Why is this medal so good? Well, basically, it's worth 4, it costs 4 to put it on, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong, 4 is a lot to dedicate to a medal, but here's the thing. You can put this on Kabu, use Taunt, and then just have Leaf use item, and then Leaf and V can just set up, and Kabu takes no damage. So I will be putting that on fairly soon. I'm not going to put it on now. When I get a level up though, Mightier Pebble will come off. Unfortunately, I don't really want to take off Crazy Prepared because you see how bad I am with timing the enemies, and I'd rather not get first struck constantly. Chill Out is one of my favourite badges on Paper Mario as well. I always have that one on, or usually have it on. Why am I not just using... I forgot to use the Ant Compass again. It's fine. We're going to go... Oh, right. I know where I need to go. The shady place. And truthfully, if I look at my discoveries as well... truthfully, I don't know what number 35 is. I think it's Metal Island, if I had to guess, but we can't really do that one yet. Well, it's not that I can't. It's just that I don't want to. I don't really want to spend 300 berries to go to Metal Island. Yeah, let's go in here and pick up this reward. Back already? Ah, I see you defeated that nasty Tidal Wyrm. May I have that crystal it dropped? Yes, this is a genuine deal. Here is your reward. Another last attack medal. I wonder what I'm going to do with that. And 50 berries. Oh, this one's new. Oh no, never mind, it's not. I've used this before. We've got front support as well. That's an interesting one, honestly. It's basically the same as back support, but it boosts the ally at the front rather than the back. Okay, here's the thing. We've done everything we need to now for Chapter 5's post. And I know I'm up to my 20 minutes. But I'd rather put myself in a good position to start the next chapter. So here's what I'm going to do. It's time for another cut. And I'll meet you guys once again in the Golden Tunnel for like the 5th time, I think, this playthrough. Because that's where we need to go for Chapter 6. So see you guys in just a few moments. Well, here we are again at the Golden Tunnel. But first things first, not sure if any of you remember Scarlet, or Monsieur Scarlet's old hangout. Well, there's a dig spot in here, which has a lore book hiding in it. I remember it being a crystal berry, personally, but oh well. It is what it is, I suppose. I don't really want to fight that. Let's just stun it and go past. My queen, are you sure about this? These lands are very dangerous. If there was any other way, I assure you, I would take it. The Forsaken Lands. Do the rumours hold true? Many dangerous beasts roam in the Forsaken Lands. Some even disguise themselves in various forms. Famished creatures, always waiting for their next meal in this land where plants only grow by miracles. But heed me, nothing in this land compares to the horror we will live if the wasps get the sapling. I've heard that the termites dislike ants heavily. Would they open their doors? We can only hope they realise this matter concerns them as well. Having a queen with us is not the worst insurance. Let's proceed at once. You are to keep me safe, but I will support you where I can. Leave it to us. Be careful out there, my queen. The real horror would be a kingdom without you. My loyal subject, I thank you. Please wait faithfully for our return. As long as Elizen is following the party, you are now able to use Royal Decree skill in battle. Or use the Royal Decree. But anyways, we couldn't go past here until now because of Kavu's ability, and would you look at that, it's the enemies we have been battling in Stream Mountain. 2 of them? Oh boy. Well, let's show what Royal Decree does, shall we? Elizen will just boost our attack and defense. It's very handy, actually. It costs 5 TP to use, though. But it lasts 2 turns, so that's cool. I mean, Zast, you're usually helpful, but not against these enemies. Wait, does that mean Leaf can actually defeat this, because he does 3 damage now? Yes, he can. Well, that's handy. And yes, I know I didn't get a charm. Unfortunately, it slipped my mind, and I don't really feel like going all the way back to Defiant Root just to get a charm. Especially because this is going to be a longer episode. But I need to get to Chapter 6, so I know what I'm doing. Because the odds are there's going to be at least a 3-day gap in between recording this episode and the next one. Right, it ran out. Whoopsies. Plus, I need to go on my practice file again. My practice file is in the Termite Kingdom, but I've only just got to the Termite Kingdom, if that makes sense, and it takes a while to get to the Termite Kingdom, actually. A glazed honey, that's probably just going to get eaten. I'm already full on items. Ah, this is a new enemy as well. This one is vile. Got an iron nail. Tuch, we got caught off guard by its movements. It mustn't happen again. We almost got put to sleep. Kabu, drag it out of its shell, then we shall freeze it in its tracks. These enemies are vile. They have 2 defense. When they retract in like that, it shoots up to 5 defense. And regardless of what I do here, it's a lose-lose situation, because you're going to do nothing. Zaster's going to do nothing. And if it uses a certain attack, well... yeah, that one! Luckily, it can be defeated, I think, with Kabu, yeah, because he just pierces defense fully. But that attack is scary, because it basically explodes, I think. I haven't seen it on my practice file, because whenever it did that, I just got rid of it, because I was too scared. You'd think... no, it's not a leaf tribe. It looks similar to it, though. Whoa, ho! Are these normal bugs I see? Pattern. So this is where you crawl to after your exile. Who's this guy? Oh, that was the wrong voice. Who's this guy? I can't do it. Oh, just a little scientist. A mad scientist with no concept of ethics or safety regulations. Oi oi, my stuff never hurt nobody. Too badly. I do not have time for a trip down memory lane. You all seem pretty, buzzed out. Must be real serious. We must travel to the Termite Kingdom, or all of Bulgaria will be doomed. Kabu. Boy, that sounds rough. It wouldn't help my research at all either. If you've got any tips, it'd help. This is some thick fog. Nothing to be done about that, but... this land's full of trash, yeah? Bug's been marking it to remember the correct path. So long as there's not a forked road, if you keep your eyes open, you should be fine. Pattern. Thank you for your assistance. Now, about that there exile. We will discuss that when the kingdom is safe. Please keep your trinkets here for now. He. Alright, drop by if you ever want to peek at them. So yeah, we finally made it here to the Forsaken Lands. We're going to go in here as well, because this is as little. As long as you stick to the marked paths, you should reach the Termite Kingdom. Just keep your eyes open, it is that simple. And, come visit later. Without the Queen? There seems to be a mix of receipts and orders along the wall. Elias, Dr. Patton's patent pending. Anti-obfuscation... Ocular lens. Specky. Aphid feeder, aka Aphid. John, Dr. Patton's patent pending snake mouth oil. Jerry, 1 genuine Spooder spider card. Well, I know what most of that means, but those of you who haven't seen this game will have no idea. But lastly but not least, there is one more thing to do, and that is the Forsaken Lands. There is nothing here but fog, pumpkins, and very adaptable monsters. A maze full of loops and turns. One must pay attention to their surroundings to not get lost. However, definitely over my time limit by now. So, that is going to be it for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching, and next time on Bug Fables, we are going to go through the Forsaken Lands, and believe me, this is going to take at least a good few episodes, because this is a very long and arduous maze. See you guys then.